Yeah, guys, happy weekend to you. It's a weekend and already the Sunday it's here, so it's just so nice to come up with this interesting and awesome church flyer design on your Pixellab application. That is exactly what you are going to be learning all today in our tutorial. Please, if you are coming across our channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification so that you're always informed or notified when we put new and amazing tutorials. Our tutorial today is sending special hugs to Charles Builder, who says he is watching us from Bamenda. Hello Charles, how are you doing today? Also drop your comment telling us where you are watching from so that we can equally mention you in our next tutorial. Don't forget to like this tutorial and equally to share it out. So like I said, today we want to look at how to design a church flyer for Koinonia. Koinonia is a program brought to you by Apostle Joshua Selman, this famous Nigerian preacher. I love listening to him a lot. And as you all know, we'll be designing this church flyer using just our Pixellab application. And in a while, we're going to get started. So, before we begin the design, I would love us to prepare the background for our design and equally set the design size. So I'm going to click here on the three dots as usual to set my design size. So we raise this width to a 10th value, and we're just going to click 10 9 8. So 1098 is just okay for this width, and the height should be unchanged. Then you can click OK and you have it looking this way. You can go forward to delete this text. So after doing this, we are going to click now on background setting to prepare our background as well. So I have these church flyer backgrounds that I already have on my gallery. I'm just going to start working with them. So this is the first one. As you can all see, I'm just going to send this a little downward to make it look this way. And after having this, I'm going to click on the check mark. So just click on the check mark to continue. All right, so this is the background. We have it here, and we need to start bringing in some other important elements that can make the background more professional. So like I said, this is a professional birthday flyer design, professional church flyer design. Sorry about that, I just did a tutorial on birthday, so that is why you see me saying birthday. But this tutorial is about a professional church flyer design for Koinonia on our Pixellab application. So after doing this, we're going to click now here on the third button to bring in some other church background. So I took out time and edited these church backgrounds on my Pixart application to make it blend. So don't stress, I will leave the link to get all of these backgrounds on the video description. All you need to do is just to check it out. So after bringing this one, we're just going to size it up, and after sizing it, you can go now to your relative position here to tack it to the middle. Then after tacking it to the middle, click on the position button and send it up a little. So after sending it up, the next thing that we're going to do, let's send it down a little. Okay, this is fine. So after doing this, the next thing we're going to do is to go to layer and just lock it up. Then we go and import another church background. This time around, we're bringing in a background that has some light. So this is just the background. Remember, I edited them on Pixart. So after copying and bringing it in, I'm still going to size it up as usual. And after sizing it up, I'll click on relative position to make it stand on the middle to align it properly. Then we click on the check mark, and after aligning it properly, click to back. So the next thing that you need to do is just click to back to send this other background to the back of the first one. Can you see the impact now? Then what we're going to do is to lock it up as well. So we lock everything up. Good. So like I said, this design is for Apostle Joshua Selman, and right here I have some images of the apostle, and I'm going to start bringing them in. So this is the first image. I equally edited this on Pixellab to make it blend with the background. So this is the first image. I'm going to reduce the size just a little, then I position it to stand this way. Okay, good. So after positioning it here, go to layer and lock it up. Okay, so let's send it up a little, and go to layer and you just need to lock it up. Now we need to bring in some thunder elements. You know, most of Apostle Joshua's programs are on this koinonia are centered around prophetic declarations, and you know that the power of God manifests himself in this kind of thunder and lightning effect, power packed. So we need to bring in elements that tell this story, because that is the purpose of graphic designing. You need to use elements that tell your story so well, so that when people see, they easily get captivated, they easily get caught up by your flyer. Your flyer should speak for itself without any detailed explanation. So that's why I'm going to bring in this thunder element to, you know, spice up the design. So I have this thunder element with me here. You can just search online for thunder and lightning, then you have images like this, but I got this one from Canva anyway. So I'm going to rotate this way, then I position it somewhere here. Now let's reduce the size a little. And rotate it a bit. Then we position it to the extreme end here. Now after positioning it here, what we're going to do next is to go to layer now and send it to the back of Apostle Joshua's sermon. So it should fall to the back of the apostle. And after doing that, go to opacity and reduce the opacity to just about 30, so that it blends also perfectly with our background. Then you can go to layer now and lock it up. So we need to also bring in some lens flare effect. So just pay attention here. I'm going to show you how you can add a lens flare to your design on Pixellab without any stress. So I already downloaded the lens flare, and how did I get it? I just go to Canva and search for white light PNG. So when you search for white light on Canva, you will have this lens flare. Alright, so what we're going to do is go to color, going to change the color to something brighter, a bright yellow color. Then you can reduce the size and just position it carefully here like so. Then you can even copy it to make it more obvious. Just copy it and, you know, place it here as well. Then we go to layer now and we lock the two of them up. So after locking it up, we have to bring in another element or another image of Apostle Joshua, because I want two of his images to be displayed on this flyer. So this is the second image. I'm just going to bring it in. Actually, this one I did not work it on Pixellab. I just removed the background anyway, but there are reasons for everything that I do on this flyer. That anyway. Okay, so I want this image to be a little more smaller, then I bring it down. Okay, can you see the impact now? Then we're going to edit the image now on Pixellab. And how do we edit it? Simply go to color filters, click on it, then let's reduce the saturation a bit, just about 30, minus 30, but then increase the brightness. Can you see the impact now? And the contrast as well. So touch the contrast a bit, it should be 10. So the contrast is 10, the brightness is 13, and saturation is 30. Once you have these, click on the check mark, then you are good to go. Go to layer and just lock it up. Now we need to blend this image with the background. As you can see, it's hanging. So I downloaded some cloud elements. Still, this is because the word of God, we know it's connected to things of the sky, the heavens, and you know they are attached to clouds. So that is why I went in for this element. I'm explaining these elements also you can also understand the reason behind the elements that are used for this flyer. Okay, so we are going to position this here. Then what we are going to do now is to copy it as well. We position it here. Can you see the impact now? The element has helped us to blend our image with the background. So just position it here as well. And mind you, it's color white, so that is why it's also blending with the background this way. Go to layer now and lock it up as well. Perfect. So like I said, this program is Koinonia and it's brought to you by Apostle Joshua Salman. So we need to bring in the Koinonia logo. So I already have the logo with me here and I'm just going to bring in the logo. So this is Koinonia logo. For those of you who don't know about Koinonia, I will encourage you to tune into Koinonia on Facebook. In fact, on all social media platforms, they are available on YouTube. Even here, they are available. It's you have a lot of uplifting God's messages there. All right, so many beautiful gospel messages are delivered there. So back to our flyer design. I would love to, edit this flyer a bit. So I don't want this circle-like shape here. I don't want this circle. I want to remove it. So I will go to eraser and increase the size of the eraser a bit. Then I will start deleting. Okay, I will just carefully erase the circle. Don't touch Koinonia, which is inside. So you have to pay close attention here. And in case you are deleting and you make an error, you can always undo from here, this undo button. So I'm satisfied with this. I'm going to click now on the check mark, and as you can see, I have just my Koinonia logo. So since it's white color, white color cannot really go on a white background, so we're going to change the color of the logo to something different. So we can give it even a black color. I think this is okay. There are no troubles at all. So we're going to comfortably place it here. Another placing it there, what we're going to do is to go to text and write. So it's Koinonia Presents. Then we'll put this in capital letters. And after putting it in capital letters, go to color and give it a black color as well. Then you can go now to your font. Fonts, for those of you coming to Pixellab for the first time, fonts are just like your handwritings. We have different handwritings. So I want to go to my font, and the font I want to use for this, it's called the bold font. This particular font called the bold font. Alright, so let's first of all go with a different font for now. Let's try the Roxford Sans. So this Roxford Sans is a font that never disappoints me. Alright, when I face any difficulty of coming up with the right choice of font, I always turn to the Roxford Sans font. It's a nice font, so you can try it out, guys. Download it on thefont.com. And as you follow the tutorial, please kindly subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much and God bless you. So we're going to position this one here and reduce the size to just about 25. Now after reducing the size to 25, what we're going to do is to go to spacing. So just scroll around and you'll find the spacing button. Click on it and increase it to 100. And you can tap on the check mark and you are just okay to go. Then we can place it here to stand somewhere on the middle, but then it should be aligned with this Koinonia. They should be on the same line for the sake of alignment. So let's try to do that. Okay, fine. So Koinonia Presents. Now this is a healing and deliverance service, so we are going to bring in a shape or another element that can help us to fit in the theme for this, or the theme for this flyer. So I have some of those elements. I'm going to bring them out. Just hold on. Okay, fine. So this is one of the elements with me here. What I'm just going to do is to crop it carefully and nicely. Then I bring it to my design. And after bringing it to my design, I'm going to change the color to purple, so we're using purple for this design. So use purple color, but then reduce the size carefully, rotate it a bit, then stretch it out. Can you see the impact? Good. So this is exactly what we want to achieve, so we can place it like so. We can stretch it out further. Then we go to our relative position now and tack it to the middle. Let's tack it to the middle. Perfect. Now after achieving this, we are going to write. So we're going to go to text. This is your alphabet button on Pixellab. You can always click here to write a new text by clicking on text. So let's click on text, double tap, tack to put a new text. So the text that we want to put is healing and deliverance. So we're just going to use a sign for this, and so we have healing and deliverance. First of all, healing and deliverance, put it in capital letters, click OK, then go to your color and change it to color white. After changing it to color white, go to font, and the font that we want to use is called the bold font. So this is where the bold font comes into play. I want to use the bold font. Okay, so let's use the bold font for this. Then we can reduce the size, rotate it as well. Remember that we rotated the shape, so we have to rotate this also so that it fits well. So after rotating it, just leave it like so. Then we have healing and deliverance. Now we need to put in a new text by writing church, healing and deliverance church. Then give it a black color, and after giving it a black color, we are going to use a more bold font here. So let's look for a bold but decorative font, a font that is beautiful. So let's check Thunder font cannot work. What about Romeo? It's still not working. Okay guys, let's try this font called You Are Loved. The reason why I'm showing all of these fonts is for you to easily search for them on the font, because most of my fonts are from the font and they are free. There are free fonts. So I think this You Are Loved font can work for this text. Alright, perfect, it worked. So we're just going to increase the size a bit, then we'll position it here and go to your spacing. Then you try to space it out to about 10. I think 10 is fine. Increase it in size a bit and position it carefully like so. So we have healing and deliverance church, healing and deliverance church. Then we need to bring in the last element, which is a service. So how do we bring in a service? By simply clicking on text, then we write service. So the color for service, I want it also to be purple, so that there should be some form of color mix and a relationship between the colors that we use. Now let's go to fonts and give it a script font. So the font I want to use here is the Amsterdam 4. This font, Amsterdam 4 M4 font. Perfect. Now you can see that the text has some paddling issues. So it has some issues with paddling. It's not proper and we need to adjust that. And so how do we do that? Let's see. We go to this editing option here called paddling. Just click on it. Please kindly subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel now. Update, click on the notification so that you are updated whenever we put new content. Thank you guys so much. Now let's increase the paddling, left paddling to 10. Then we increase the right paddling as well to 10. Then go to style. Let's make it more obvious, the text to stand out. Go to style, click on it, then you click on bold. This B stands for bold. We want to make the text popped out. So can you see the difference now? Okay, good. So we have Healing and Deliverance Church Service. So we can use relative position to tag service to the middle, and I think this is just okay. So we have Healing and Deliverance Church Service. Now, where is the venue for this event? Now it's time for us to bring in the venue, and but as you can all see, I think the spacing here is becoming limited, so we need to push up all of this text, including the image, up a little so that it can allow for some space down here. Don't worry, don't stress. I'm going to show you how this is done easily. So in order to do that, we need to move the elements up collectively at once. So how do you do that on Pixellab? Simply click on Layer Panel, then you select the elements that you want to move them up. So let's see which elements do I want to move them up. First of all, click here to select. So this button will help you now to select. So let's see. Okay, I want to move service, church, healing, then the shape. Now presents, I don't want to move presents, so with the logo, no. Then we can move in the cloud elements, the image of the prophet or apostle. Okay, so this is fine. I just want to move these elements up a bit. Now you can click here on this edit button. So this is another simple trick on Pixellab in order to move elements together without distorting your work, without causing any problem. So just look at how we're going to do that without any problem, without causing any damage. So once you click on this edit button here, this position button now will pop up for you, including other buttons. So we can now start moving them up. Can you see how they are moving up? Perfect. So I think this is okay at this point. Now you can just click on the check mark, and good, we have enough space now to put in other information for our flyer. Good. So what do I need to write here? I need to write the venue. So this event will be happening. Let me copy this text because I want to maintain the same font. So click on copy, and you have a duplicate of the text right here with you. Now you need to edit the text by double tapping, tap. So this event will happen at the Cheetah Event Center. For those of you who attend Koinonia in Lagos, so this event is at Cheetah Event Center, Healing and Deliverance Church Service. So it will be at the Cheetah Event Center. Let's change the color to black to make it more visible. Then go to rotation and undo the rotation. Remember the text that we copied was on rotation. Then we can bring it up, go to relative position and tack it to the middle. So we have Cheetah Event Center, and it's at Utako, Lagos. So we're going to copy this text. Now we need to copy this text. As you can see, we have copied it because we want to maintain the same font. So we double tap or click on edit to write. So it's Utako District. Cheetah Event Center is at Utako District. My friends in Nigeria will know how to pronounce this name so well. Of course, I have a huge fan base in Nigeria. Most of our subscribers, most of those watching our tutorials are from Nigeria. Thank you guys so much. Much love. So it's Utako District, Lagos. This is in Abuja, right, my friends in Nigeria? If I make any error here, correct me. Alright, so this is Utako District, Abuja. So what we need to do now is to go to spacing and undo the spacing. We want the text to just be normal. Okay, fine. So I'm going to click on relative position to tack it to the middle, then click on position and send it closer to the Cheetah Event Center. Up next, we need to bring in the date for this event, the day and the date. So we need to bring in the date when this event will be. So we need to include the date and the timing. These are essential details to guide worshippers to the venue of this event, this Healing and Deliverance Church Service. So that is why I'm going to copy this text once again. I'm just playing around with the same fonts because you shouldn't use all the fonts on on the wall, in a wall on a single flyer. So this is happening on Sunday 2nd. So the event comes up on Sunday, this Sunday the 2nd, but then we want to increase the size of this to 30. So it's happening on Sunday the 2nd. So let's copy this text once again and write July 2023. Then we can plumb it up, make sure that everything is so plumbed up and easily identifiable or legible. Now we need to bring in the timing, so it will be as from 8 a.m. but how do we put in this time? I want us to create a shape that can help us to accommodate the timing. So we're going to click here on this middle button, then we click on shape to select this square, position it here, then go to color and give it the same purple color. Is it the same pink color or purple? Alright, so we can use the same color for this, and we are going to reduce the size of the shape carefully. Okay, fine, this is okay. We can send it down a bit. Then let's send the Sunday up also a little so that you can give in some space for the timing. Great, so this is just okay. Now we're going to copy this text, click on copy and add. It's coming up at 8 a.m. So what are we going to do? We're going to use, since the text is too small, it cannot move so easily, what we're going to do is simply to click here on position and move the text faster to fall on the shape. On the pink shape. So let's change the color to white. Then we use position button now to place it carefully on the shape, on the pink shape. So we have it at 8 a.m. Now we're going to select all of these date and the time and centralize them on the middle. So we just click on layer and select. So we select the date and the timing, these four elements. We're going to select them, then we click here, use your relative position button to tack it to the middle. So after tacking it to the middle, let's send it up a little. Okay, perfect. Now, as you all know, most of these church programs are always streamed on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or even Instagram. So what about even YouTube? So it's necessary to bring in some social media icons to leave the address for worshippers to follow the program online. So I'm going to import some social media icons that I have with me here into the design. So this is it here. I'm going to crop it. For now, I just want to use the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter handles for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, as you can see, the image, the icons have a background. So I'm going to show you now how easily you can remove the background of elements on Pixellab. So just come with me, I will be showing you that. Now click on the erase tool and the background is gone. Not just increase the tolerance a bit, and you can see that the background has been removed already. So we're going to reduce the size of this. You can even use your relative size to do that. Please kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get more amazing tutorials. Thank you so much. So we reduce the size of this to just about 10 and use position button to place it here. Perfect. Now we're going to copy this text and write the address, online address. So it's at Koinonia Abuja. So worshippers who search for Koinonia Abuja will easily get the live stream for this program. So Koinonia Abuja. Now the last thing that I would love us to do is to bring in before saving our work, is to bring in some elements that are most often used on church flyer design. So this is the element with me here. As you can see, the background is also there. I'm just going to repeat the same thing that I did for the icons. Go to erase color and remove the background. So after removing the background, all you need to do now is to reduce the size carefully. Then we're going to place it just directly below the Koinonia logo. So let's reduce the size further and use position button to place it so nicely below Koinonia. Awesome. So with this, guys, it's done for our church flyer design today on our Pixellab application. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop your comments, like the tutorial, and equally share it. Make it a point of duty to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out whenever we put new tutorials. Turn on the notification bell as well so that you are the first to see all of our new and amazing videos. Thank you guys so much. Have a fun-filled Sunday and God bless you.